Hello, darling, and welcome back to the Modern Cave Women Show. Today's topic might make you feel a little uneasy, but listen. After years of being a coach, one thing I can tell you is that most women lie to themselves about what they actually want to change, and even more often, why they want to make that change. And that's basically what's holding them back in a lot of ways. And honestly, I do it too. This is really kind of a normal thing to do. And I'm going to get to it in just a minute about why. But let me give you a couple examples and tell me if you can see yourself in any of these, because as a health coach, women would say they want to lose weight. And there's always the why. We've always got to identify, why do you want to make this change? Because without knowing what your motivation actually is, you're probably not going to find the motivation. Not many people can really just do something based on willpower with no reason behind it at all, right? So maybe the why is to get healthy, right? As a life coach, it was things like making more money or getting a promotion, which are all great things to do. But often there are more things that society, the media, friends and family, people around us are encouraging us to do, but maybe they're not really something that's calling from your own heart. Does that feel kind of familiar? Like, all my friends are drinking green smoothies because they saw them on this show last week and they're going to get into beach body shape, and so should I. Or all my friends are saving up for a dream vacation to this great resort, and I should go there too. All of my friends want this latest trend that's everywhere on socials, right? Some kind of new tech, a statement bag, a gorgeous watch, whatever it is, right? And once we sit down and start the real work around it, we go deep and we ask about the reasons behind it, what's the motivation, and the why. And we find some trusting space, right? Where she starts to explore that it's about living longer and having more time with her kids and being able to do all the things with them. And of course, those reasons are beautiful and awesome, but there still might be a sense of should. And I'm using air quotes. You know what I'm talking about. The shoulds that you should do, and the thing that's actually going to get her where she wants to be and actually motivated could be something different. So maybe she wants to lose weight to fit into that hot little number for her reunion, but doesn't really want to admit that, right? But we go a little deep and she's like, "Yep, I hate green smoothies and I couldn't care less about the beach because I'm already spending lots of time with my kids. I'm already healthy enough for doing all the things and I can always wear a flowy dress on vacation," right? But what's really deep down pulling her from her heart is that she wants to show up to her reunion looking hot. And that is absolutely okay. No judgment on my part at all. Here's another example. Maybe she wants to take some amazing website photos, but the luxury bag or the fancy watch just isn't part of her brand. It's just not really what she wants to do. So that's kind of an example of where society pulls us into these shoulds, and we see everybody with the Chanel bag and we think, oh, that's something to strive for. And when we go, why? And at first it's like, well, why? Because duh, it's a Chanel bag. But then you go, really? Like, what's going to motivate you to do whatever you would do and to prioritize that over other things? And sometimes the answer is just like nothing. It's really not me. It's lovely, beautiful, whatever, but it's not part of what I'm working on right now for me. And then I have another example just because sometimes reasons are really, really strong, right? They're just so deep, where her mom just died and she needs to feel in control of something, anything in her life. And that's why the family vacation is so important. That's what's really going to motivate her to save the money, put it away, and it doesn't matter about the venue that everyone else is going to, but she really needs to feel that connection with her family and feel some control over her life again. Does that make sense? Let me know if you can see yourself in any of those examples. And, none of them are bigger than any other either because, we're all living our own life looking for our own happiness, right? So there are lots of other reasons why we talk about our why, but a lot of the times it's the ones that we hold embarrassment about. We're afraid that someone will judge us for our real reason, or we have shame around it because somewhere we picked up that it's just not okay to feel that way or to think that way. And that's another conversation in itself that I think we'll have in the future. But for right now, we're going to kind of stick with where we are and think about how those reasons are often real reasons we can actually hold on to and make the change that will actually make us happier because that's the goal, right? Why would we make a change if not to make us better off and feel better and be happier? In fact, I was watching a clip on Instagram not too long ago of a comedian who was talking about these gorgeous pants she ordered before she got pregnant. And after she had her baby, she'd go to the gym to, work out, get back into shape. And her trainer would always remind her about the pants. She wanted to wear those pants again. And that became her mantra through those heavy workouts. She would just sit there and go, the pants, the pants, the pants. And I love how honest she was about something that a lot of people might not want to admit because it might seem shallow and she'd be judged negatively. And you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, there's just always something that we go, oh, if we do this, if we say this thing, someone's going to give us side eye, right? So let's face it though, being healthy or something like that as a reason to do a goal. So, like with this comedian, she could have very well been like, oh, I want to get into shape because I want to be healthy. But no, the pants are what motivated her, right? Because being healthy is a fairly nebulous pursuit for most of us anyway. But fitting into those pants is a very rock solid motivator. So, are you with me? Let me know if you're with me in the comments on this one. I really want to hear how this is landing. So, today I'm inviting you in this few minutes to think about a change that you've been wanting to make or a goal that has been out of reach for so long. Maybe years, maybe a lifetime, even. Something you've started and quit maybe multiple times, or maybe even just obsessed over starting and you just never could quite get started. Think about something like that. It's probably right at the front of your brain. And maybe you did the self-help book of questions and, tried some of the tips and tricks. Someone probably said you have to know your why, and maybe even played with getting super specific about it. So you're like, okay, I back to this example. I want to lose X number of pounds by the end of the year so I'm healthier. So that's your SMART goal and your reason why. Or I want to save X amount for that vacation, the house, the car, the college, family reunion, or any other number of things for XYZ reasons. And then eons later, you're still exactly where you started, or maybe you've even slid backwards a little, right? Ouch. Yeah. So I'm going to break this down super simple. Pick that goal. You know the one that pops in your mind randomly all day long, here in and out, and makes you feel maybe a little sick to your stomach, like you failed, like you've let yourself down. Got it? It's the one you know is going to make you happy and satisfied and proud. Do you have it? Now, Here's my invitation. Go sit quietly with your journal or a post-it note or whatever, and maybe just dim the lights and close your eyes and let yourself go deep and find that thing that is really driving you. And let yourself be completely, brutally honest with yourself. No one else ever has to know any of this, right? You can just sit there and do this with yourself. Maybe you want to journal about it. Think about the most shallow reasons for the thing you want, the reasons that make you blush, or you dare not even whisper it because your mom will just materialize in front of you and slap your face for thinking about it. Or maybe the reason that makes you cry, it might even just come to you as a picture in your mind, and you just want to write it down and then put it somewhere. This reason, put that written down reason somewhere you'll see it every day, like your underwear drawer, so that it still feels private and even sacred, because these things really are, they're sacred to us. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying that being healthy or saving money for a reunion isn't a good enough reason on its own. Just that, in my experience, it's not always the reason that will actually get us up every day to do the damn thing. And you'll be leaning on a lot of willpower to get there. And willpower is a limited resource. But inspiration and desire are unlimited. They will drive a person forever. So, picturing your school nemesis going pea green in the face when they see you in that hot little outfit, pulling up in that cute, expensive car and walking into the party like the queen you are, or, whatever your personal goal actually is. Just might make those workouts or those penny pinching coffee at home days seem like nothing, right? Not a thing compared to that picture in your mind of showing up feeling like the queen you are. And here's a bona fide offer. If you need a little help digging into that reasoning, into your why, let me know. I promise I will never ever judge you, and I'll keep your secret, and we'll figure it out together because I'm really, really good at finding invisible things. And you can totally text me privately from the number on my website, which is at thecolenebean.com/contact, colenebean.com/contact. And I can't wait to hear all about it. And if you don't want to text me, if you want to just leave a comment with how this lands at least, I would love to hear it. Like and share. If you know someone struggling with a goal who might just need a little hint to help turn it around, please do feel free to share a link. And I will leave you with that. Have a beautiful day. I really hope that this helps you finally achieve that dream that you've been thinking about way too long. Okay, bye bye.